On today's episode of Locked On Avalanche, it is Christmas Eve, so why not look at some stats and who some stat leaders are for the Avalanche, and let's give them some gifts as well. New episode of Locked On Avalanche coming at you.
You're Locked On Avalanche, your daily podcast on the Colorado Avalanche, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Locked On Avalanche podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm your host, Chris Maselli. With me, as always, is Mr. Shaggy Von Doom, Kyle Sullivan. Thank you for tuning in, making this your first listen of the day. That's always appreciated. And make sure you're following us on our social media outlets, LOPN_Avalanche on Twitter X, Locked On Avalanche on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. Questions, comments, concerns, and opinions, LockedOnAvalanche at gmail.com. And follow us on our YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, get notified when a new show goes live. Make sure you're subscribed to our subtext. Link to that's in the show notes below. And when you do, chat with Kyle and I one-on-one. We get your opinion, everything Avalanche related, which we share on this very podcast. And we will dip into Subtextia a little bit later. We will get into some Christmas stuff because there's no better time of the year, if you ask me. And yeah, I'm big into like movies, so therefore Christmas movies. And we're even going to throw out some songs, and not only songs that we like, but I have to give some time to one of the Christmas song that I despise, and I wish people would stop playing it. So we'll get to that. And I'm sure you have one too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is because I didn't want it to be surprised. So I look forward to that and hearing from our subtext people as well. All right, what we're going to do today, before we get to if you're watching on YouTube, you see it says Av Stat Leaders. What we're going to do is go through, we'll do the basic ones, your points, assists, goals, all that stuff. But if you go on Money Puck, they have just a plethora of deep stats. And I thought it'd be fun to go through because we're coming up towards the end of the calendar year. Not quite halfway through the season yet, but getting close to it. But why not, while we're on break, look at who's leading in these kind of like obscure stats for the Avalanche so far this year. But before we do that, I know we do, morning leftovers and stuff like that. We can throw this into that if you wanted to. But I thought this was kind of interesting. And Avs Insider over on Instagram put this up. And it's players with less goals than Yoel Kiviranta right now.
I saw this and guffawed.
It's awesome. I love stuff like this. And this is not like after the first game of the season where a goalie might have an assist. Yeah. You're like, oh, he's got more assists than Connor McDavid right now. Like, wow, that's kind of funny. Whatever. We see that every year. We're 3 months into the season now. So this is legit, and this is kind of interesting. But these are just the players that they posted who have less goals than Kiviranta. And the first one right off the bat, Sidney Crosby. Now, Crosby this was before the Pittsburgh game that was played today. I think Crosby had a 4-point game. I think he had 1 goal and 3 assists. But even the 1 goal still puts him at 9. I think he's at 9 now. So I think he's still behind him. Jack Eichel.
You love it. I love that one.
Connor Bedard. Behind him. Steven Stamkos. How about that? I mean, it's just not going the way that anybody thought it would. It doesn't seem like they're blowing that up over there or anything, but they'll ride the wave. But yeah, if you told me that he was going to have more goals at any point of the season, more goals than Steven Stamkos or Crosby or Eichel or any of those guys, there's more, but we're off to a really crazy start so far.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that. Like, how if you would have told me at the beginning of the year the Rangers would be blowing the team up and not the Predators? Oh,
crazy. Elias Pettersson, he's the next one on there.
Oh man,
Seth Jarvis. I'm going to save that one for last. Malkin, Evgeny Malkin is on there. JT Miller, and the one I saved for last, just because they're in the division, Jason Robertson.
Yeah, that's surprising. That one,
that's a crazy one.
Yeah, that's a really, and especially after the year he had last year.
Yeah, and I like Jason Robertson, and it's not like he's it's a knock on him or anything like that. But I thought this was maybe going to be a year where Robinson just took off. He's having a fine season, but that all of those in there are just like, wow, this is crazy.
Kiviranta, former star, has more goals than the star of the stars.
The star of the stars. You're right. Pretty crazy. So let's see how long he can keep this going. Where does he fall in stats for the Colorado Avalanche? How we're going to do this is I'll just ask you, because I have the list in front of me, so I know all the answers instead of me looking like a genius. I will kind of facilitate this, throw it out to you. You give your best guess, sir, and I will inform you if you are correct or incorrect.
Bring it.
We'll start easy, and we'll do goals, assists, and points. So your leader in goals for the team would
be Mikko?
It would be Mikko. Mikko has 19. Nathan MacKinnon's at 14. Your leader in assists would be Nathan MacKinnon with 43. Cale has 34. Mikko has 33. And obviously your overall leader in points. He leads the league in points.
Kiviranta.
He's in second. No. Yeah. MacKinnon's got 57 overall points. That leads the league. Mikko's right there with 52. And Cale's not that far behind at 45. So those are ones that, most people are very familiar with. You want to do expected goals?
Ooh, expected, yeah.
Who do you think leads in expected goals for the Avs?
Nathan MacKinnon.
Nathan MacKinnon's in second with 13.1. Mikko Rantanen,
really,
16.1. Wow. So he's basically 3 goals over his expected rate right now. And Nathan MacKinnon is about 1 over. He's got 14. Nathan MacKinnon's expected at 13. So yeah, but it's Mikko Rantanen.
That's interesting.
Yeah. How about this one? Shifts. Who leads Colorado Avalanche in overall shifts?
Cale Makar.
Cale Makar's in second at 951. Taves is fourth at 880.
Who are they running out there that much? Is it Nate?
No, it's not Nate. Nate's third with 889. This is a good one.
Who do they run up? Is it Mikko?
Nope. Mikko is fifth with 863. You're knocking them all out. You got 2 through 5 so far. You got like kind of the big 3 and Taves.
It can't. It's not Lekkonen.
Nope, he's because he was hurt.
So yeah, he was hurt.
He's down. He's 11th at 591.
Casey Middlestead?
No, Middlestead is 7th at 748. You want me to give you a hint?
Yeah,
defender.
It's not Cale. It's not Sammy G.
Samuel Girard.
Wow,
964 shifts he has taken so far this year.
And I know I'm speaking kind of tongue in cheek here, but it doesn't feel like it.
No, like I mean, you see, I would have said what you said first, Cale Makar.
Yeah,
he's always out there,
especially with the minutes that man logs a night.
Right? Yeah, and if it wasn't Cale, you'd be like, oh, then it's got to be Taves. No, but maybe it's just that Cale, yeah, he's out there for more minutes, but his shifts are longer than Sam Girard's. I got to feel like maybe Sammy G has taken a few shorter shifts, which it's not much. What I say it was 9. So it's 964 to 951. So he's 13 shifts up on him.
Yeah, the short shifts make sense.
Yeah, it could be something like that. Could be something, but that one surprised me.
Yeah, that's shocking.
I gotta say, yeah. Let's see here. So, how about hits? Who leads the team in hits?
Cale Makar.
No. Makar's number 9. 9 with 30.
Miles Wood.
No. Wood, he's way down because he only has 16, believe it or not. And I know he's been hurt for a while, but he's way down. He's only got 16.
Mikko?
Nope. Mikko is 21. That's good for 10th. It is a forward. I'll let you know it is a forward.
It's not Nate. It's
No.
definitely not his style.
No, he's 13 with 18. Depth forward.
Parker Kelly?
Parker Kelly.
Hey.
66.
Wow.
66 hits. Leads the team. I really want to see who leads other teams because like the Avs don't really hit a lot. So I think if you could just probably pick any other team, and 66 is probably like good for 10th on another team, I would assume. But
that's going to be like a 2 hits a minute with his shift time.
Yeah, you're right. Like he doesn't have log a lot of ice time. So Kiviranta is second on here with 53, and Josh Manson is at 51
with a broken hand.
Yeah. Penalty minutes. Who leads in penalty minutes?
Ooh, penalty minutes. Manson.
No, he's tied for second. It's odd. He's tied for second technically with Giovanni Smith, but we're not really going to count that. So Josh Manson has 16. The leader is at 22.
Nate?
Nope.
Can't be Cale.
Nate he's only got 10. Not Cale. Cale's been a good boy this year. Cale's only got 6 penalty minutes.
Can't be Mikko. He's not in the box that much.
It's Mikko.
No.
Yeah, 22. Yeah, I mean he's had that. He's had a couple moments this year where he's kind of like kicking and screaming type of
the losing effort games where he takes another dumb penalty. Just doesn't help.
Exactly. Yep. So he leads. What about in penalty minutes drawn?
Sam Girard.
No, Sammy G is way down. He's only drawn 8 minutes of 8 penalty minutes, which is 14th.
I feel like we're checking his face 4 times a game for blood.
No.
Nate?
No, that would have been my guess, but he's up there. He's at 4th. He's at 22. 26 is your leader.
Mikko?
It is Mikko. So while Mikko has the most penalty minutes on the team, he's also drawn the most penalty minutes at 26. So
it's a give and take.
Yeah. So his differential is not the best though. The best on the differential is Cale Makar. He's drawn 16 more penalty minutes than he has given.
It's their sweet angel son.
Yes. How about shots blocked? Shots blocked by a player.
Who? I would say Sam Girard.
It is Sammy G. 57. And for the heck of it, second place.
Josh Manson?
Sam Malinsky.
Whoa.
55.
Wow.
Yep. 55 for Sam Malinsky. Good for you, my man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I was curious how he would make his way and make his name on the team, and I guess that might be his way.
Yeah. Huh. That's good. About takeaways.
LOC.
No. He's 13th actually. He's only got 5.
Huh. Takeaway, I would say MacKinnon.
No, I think MacKinnon, because he just that doesn't have a lot of. Well, I mean, he's got more games now. He's not really towards the top on anything. He's the same with Logan O'Connor at 5. It is a defender.
Taser?
Nope. Close.
Cale?
Cale's got 28 takeaways, which is 9 more than Mikko at 19. Yep. So the flip side of that, this isn't good. Who's got the most
Nathan MacKinnon
giveaways? There you go. Not even a question. 62 giveaways for Nathan MacKinnon. Cale Makar is second at 51. And when you handle the puck as much as they do,
Yeah.
you're probably going to be at the top of that most of the time. All right, let's do the very last one here. Who leads the team in face-off win percentage? This is a little weighted because this guy doesn't take a ton of face-offs. So we can kind of give a couple people here because,
Ross Colton.
No, Colton is 11th. He's at 40%. I gotta say, I don't even remember this guy taking faceoffs.
So it's been more than one.
Yeah.
MacKinnon?
No, but he is third. He's right at 50%.
Who would be number one? Because it can't be Nathan MacKinnon.
No, it's not Nathan. MacKinnon's 47.3.
Mikko jumps the gun too much.
And it doesn't say how many they've won or lost. So, but I gotta imagine it's not a lot because he's winning 60% of his faceoffs.
60%.
Yeah.
Sam Alinsky?
No. I'm trying to think of the last time a defender took a face-off. That'd be funny.
That's like how many times kicking him out of the circle and shorthanded. I don't I really don't with the face-off numbers the Avs have had this year. There's not a name that jumps off.
No, it wouldn't. And if I told you it was Valeri Nichushkin, what would you say?
Get out of here.
I swear to God. 60%. I don't know where it comes from, but he's at 60%. So if you get rid of him, Mikko Rantanen is your leader at 53.6%.
And I feel that's because Nathan MacKinnon gets kicked out of the circle and then
a lot. Yeah, and it must have been, how the lines were set up. Yeah, he got kicked out and he's the next best guy to take I don't even remember it. I don't remember. And he's done it a few times, obviously.
Huh.
But I got to pay attention to that.
Yeah, that's something everybody remembers when
if anybody remembers when Valeri Nichushkin took a face-off, please, which game it was, I don't know, but I thought that was kind of funny. So, okay, well, let's do this one too. Shot attempts. We'll end with shot attempts. Or no, I got one more I'll do after that.
Shot attempts, Cale Makar.
Shot attempts is Cale Makar. I would think it would be. I'd always go with Nathan MacKinnon on that.
But he's had many quiet games.
You're right. MacKinnon. Yeah. I mean, he had that run stretch where he just was not getting shots on net, and Cale Makar kind of took it over. So Cale Makar's got 266. Nathan MacKinnon at 252. And Mikko is 3 shots away from him getting to 200 shot attempts. He's at 197 right now. And finally, we'll end with this one. Shots that missed the net.
Andre Burakovsky.
I was going to say the answer is not Andre Burakovsky. So yeah, what do you think?
Casey Middlestead.
No, that's a good guess, but he's 8th at 21.
I don't see Taser taking that many.
No, but he's more than Middlestat. He's at 25, so he's at 6th.
Lekkonen?
He's at 436. You're moving up the chart.
Nate's
at 3 at 47. You keep moving up.
This is I'm listing it like Stump the Schwab.
Yeah, right.
Nuke?
Nope. No, you've gone down. He's at 11th. Mikko's number 1 by a single shot. Mikko's at 54. Cale is at 53.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't think that's one Mikko, because Mikko's kind of a perfectionist, especially when it comes to his shot. He likes getting, he's fed the puck all the time, so he probably doesn't like the fact that he's leading the team in missed shots. No. So there you go. So there's some Avs stat leaders right now. How did you do? Fire away in the comments section, and any of those that surprised you outside of that shifts one with Sammy G leading in shifts.
Pretty shocking.
All right, let's get a first break in, and when we come back, we have a couple gifts that we're going to hand out to Avs players, and yeah, let's talk some Christmas movies as well after that. We'll be right back after this. All right, today's episode brought to you by Prize Picks. And if you love sports, you're going to love Prize Picks, the best place to turn your sports knowledge into real money, whether it's hockey, football, or any of your favorite sports. Prize Picks makes it easy to get in on the action, and you can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Plus, this holiday season, they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas and offering 2 free picks in December. And when your picks hit, Prize Picks makes it easy to cash out. You can get your money in as fast as 15 minutes. So download the app and use the code LOCKEDONNHL to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right, you get $50 automatically after you play your first $5 lineup over at Prize Picks. Run your game. All right, it's the giving season, so we have a couple gifts that we would, if we were in the presence of these Avalanche players, we'd have to bestow upon them. Hey, this is our appreciation for what you guys do. This is what we would hand over to you for the season of giving. Where are you going to start here, sir? Who's the first person that you'd hand out a gift to?
A name that has come up a couple times in our first segment about stat leaders, Parker Kelly.
Okay.
I like what you're doing, Parker. I like what you're contributing to the team. I like your role. My gift to you is a brand new number. I will never respect you with the number 17. Every time I see,
what? I never even really, yeah. Okay.
Every time that something good happens, I see that number. I'm just like, nothing good happens to number 17 on Colorado Avalanche.
He's turning that tide, though. I mean, he's doing well enough where it makes me. There's certain numbers that, yeah, I'll look at that. Number 9 is definitely one.
Yeah,
9 is absolutely one for the Avs. I'm trying to think of some that stick out, and I'm like, oh, that was just not a good go round, or guys that I miss. You know, not going to have the retired numbers, obviously, but I always like Sven Enrigetto.
Yeah,
I always like that guy. So number 10, but I'm trying to think who's the last one to really wear 10. But if somebody did wear 10, I would immediately go to him. Dries? Did he wear 10?
I think so.
Might be right on that. Could be right on that. I don't know. But that's where, if I see that number, that's where I'll go for an Avalanche. So, but 17, that's a number that does that for you. Interesting.
Yeah, it's the Joesty thing, and I get first it. Afterwards, and I'm just like, it's like we gave you 17 until we can find you a good number. It's that time, and we're going to give you a new number.
Interesting. Now, what about 37? Like, do you still feel like has Middlestat kind of taken that over from Comfer? Or
give me one more year.
Yeah,
one more year.
Okay, all right.
He's done about as much as JT did.
What's that?
He's done as much as JT did with the 37.
I mean, Comfort had some good seasons with the Avs, so you're right. I think you need to see more. It's not. He hasn't taken it fully away from JT yet, and
we're one deal in with the Casey Middlestat 37, so it feels like it's more of his. Like you bought into this number in the lineage for Middlestat with 37. So
right. So we'll see where that goes. For me, I know this will happen probably when the Avalanche play their next game. I would assume so. But because it hasn't happened yet, I'm giving Scott Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood some Colorado Avalanche gear and new goalie masks.
It's under their tree.
Yeah, we mentioned it last episode, and especially with the whole Georgiev already having the full kit in San Jose. You knew it was coming. And the fact that Wedgwood and Blackwood don't. I would if they were here today, I would have something already made for them. Here you go, guys. So you don't have to go any longer wearing your former team's colors, because let's move this thing along a little bit quicker.
They just need to get Power Ranger gear, just pick a color and keep them as a tandem for the rest of their time in the NHL. Yeah. That'd be perfect.
I know goalies are attached to their helmets, and they're an extension of who they are as a person. It's very personalized and stuff like that. But why don't teams just have some generic helmets ready to go?
Yeah, so you white.
Don't, or no, you can have something made up and have it look cool and things like that. But it's your colors. And instead of having it just looks so weird when you have, Nashville Predator helmet with Avalanche colors. And
It makes
that's
sense
true
with
around the
like
league.
the e-bug situation too.
Right. That's true. Yeah. I mean, well, the e-bug is there for either team too. So he can jump in on either side if he needed to. So
or just something just either vanilla or something team representative.
Right. Just have it there. And you have different sizes because everybody has different size domes. So I thought I always think that's a little bit weird. So
yeah,
make it happen. Come on, make it a rule.
Yeah.
All right. You got another one.
Yes, my second gift. This would be to one guy. I don't know if a lot of people know him. His name's Cale Makar. I think I would go out and give Cale Makar a beard. A full beard. And I'll tell you why. Every time I see Cale Makar, he looks so young. He looks so innocent. And I'm like, he's having a really good second season.
Yeah.
Every time. Like I watched the guy all the time. And it's always like, you always have that in the back of your mind of, wow, he's really going to be something. He's in year 6, everyone. Like, it's that feeling that every time you see him, you're like, big things are happening. He's really coming into his own. Like, what a great start for this young kid. He's engaged. He's got dogs. Like, he's been here a while. He's got to do something to go from Charmander to Charmeleon. Like, you got to evolve, bud.
Yeah. I mean, when he tries, when the playoffs come around, it comes in, but it's patchwork. I just don't think the Makars can give you the beard.
We need something I keep thinking like, wow, it just feels like yesterday he made his debut in the playoffs, but we've been on this for a while.
Can you see him? Like, he does have that like baby face, and he's this is his season. Like, he's got the rosy cheeks. Like he is Christmas. I couldn't see him with like a full beard. I don't know if it would look good on him.
Watch him. It'll be like Yukon Klondike from that Rudolph special. He's just like rounded red.
Yeah. Well, that's like MacKinnon's got that. Landeskog has the Yukon Cornelius beard. Like, those guys have when those things come in. But at least Cale tries. But it's I'm with you on that. For me, I'm going big with this one, my man. You know what? I'm gonna give him what he's asking for. I'm gonna give Mikko Rantanen 8 years at $14 million AAV. I'm gonna give him $112 million. If I go win the Mega Millions, which I think is close to $1 billion, I will personally fund Mikko Rantanen for 8 years at $14 million AAV. That's $112 million. Take it, Mikko. Is he going to get this, man? Like, this is every day that goes on. I think people are getting a little bit more and more nervous. I am not there yet. I fully believe that this will get done. Really interested in where the number comes in. But I also think the longer that this goes on, he gets more than MacKinnon.
Yeah,
I really do. And that's not a slate on MacKinnon. It's just the cap has gone up. So he's going to get passed.
And this is one of those instances, it's like with my kids. Like, I don't buy my kids gifts knowing that their mom is also buying that gift. Like, I know Mikko's getting this deal. It's why I didn't put it on my list. Like, why would I get it for Christmas when he's probably going to get it around New Year's? Like,
you think so? See, that's why I'm doing it now, because I want to give it to him for Christmas so we can just get this out of the way.
I hope he does more of what he's doing, because you don't want to feel like, wow, they're really spending this much. The more he plays like this, it doesn't matter what the number is. Like, we were breaking down what the number could be. Now it doesn't matter. Like, just sign him.
Yeah. Wild. So that's where we are. Those are some gifts that we're handing out to Avalanche players. What about Christmas in general, sir? Let's talk about some movies and the ever yearly question about Die Hard, because this was a heated topic over on Subtext. Like it always is. We're going to give you our thoughts and some other Christmas movies to watch while you're on your little mini break over the next couple days. We'll do that next. All right, the NFL playoffs almost here, but it's not too late to get in on the regular season action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And right now, new customers can finish the season strong with $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. FanDuel has many ways for you to pick up the W. And if you love betting on which players will score a touchdown or how many points each team will score, you can do that right over at FanDuel. So just visit FanDuel.com. Join today. It's FanDuel.com for your chance at $250 in bonus bets. And of course, you make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Christmas time, so that means movies and music, sir. And I figured, why not throw out a couple movies that people can watch while they're hanging out with their family, if you are celebrating Christmas, or even if you're not, you just like Christmas movies. If you have a couple of days off, you need to fill that time, and you need to kind of separate yourself from the family. Go into a room all by yourself, and you want to watch a Christmas movie. We got some here that we like, and I don't know which ones you picked. So I hope they're not like, I didn't want to do like your generic, Home Alones and stuff like that. If you did, that's fine, but I didn't, for the purposes of give people something different. So let's start with that. Throw out one that you can watch.
And like going into this Christmas, I was a lot Grinchier than normal. I was not looking forward to the holidays at all. It's not my favorite. And my list comes from the apprehension of I tried to prevent Christmas from coming as much as I possibly could.
Okay.
But my son is it's his favorite thing every year to watch Home Alone. And we turned that on for the first time, and I was like, I roll my eyes, and that intro starts, and I'm like, Christmas is here.
The music gets you with Home Alone.
Yep. And it's okay, I'll sit down, and then that's when it started. And the rest of my list comes after this. But after that first, I tried my best not even putting up a tree. I tried to fight it as much as I could. I sat down to appease him, turned on Home Alone, just that intro, the title screen. You're like, okay,
you're right. Here. That music is just so iconic. And I can't tell you how many times it's been on in my house. And this is the first year my son, who's 5, really started to laugh at what's some of the jokes, and the whole ending when they're going through the house is the funniest thing in the world to him. So it's a staple. It is a staple. And you're right, that opening title sequence, and you hear the music and the Home Alone coming into focus, just all right. I agree with you. I'll go way back, the black and white era, if people want to watch something pretty old, but I watched this movie, probably 10, 15 years ago. And I'm like, that is a really good older movie, because a lot of times those old movies don't really hold up anymore the way movies are made right now. But this movie's called Christmas in Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
So apparently this thing was supposed to get remade a bunch of times, and it never did. And I'm fine that it hasn't. But it's a funny, cool little movie. It takes place in one little house, and this woman says she's like a food journalist or something like that, and she's not. She's full of crap. But the editor comes over, and she has to make this big meal for them all, and she doesn't know how to cook. So it's kind of funny. It's a good little Christmas movie from way back. This was in the 40s or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Great
it's a good
pick,
one.
Dude. Great.
It's a good one. It's a good one. So I don't know where you can find it. I'm sure it's got to be streaming somewhere. But if you can find it, check it out.
I think it's in the AMC library on their streaming.
Is it? Okay. All right. What else?
Number 2 for me. I mean, after that wall broke down, we went right into Christmas Vacation.
Oh God.
And no matter how many times you see it, something else will stand out to you. Even the nostalgia of seeing a 80s Walmart on the inside. You're like, oh yeah, let's go.
I know, man. That one for me is hands down probably my favorite Christmas movie. I didn't put it on this list, but that's one of those movies that no matter when you turn it on, if it just started, you're going to finish watching it. If there's 20 minutes left, you're going to finish watching it.
Yep.
It's epic. So good.
It's the Shawshank Redemption of Christmas movies.
Yeah. There's a funny little thing about there's if you owned the DVD, there was a version of the DVD where like the book opened up, and there's this scene with the family and some like dude like at like that tree farm in the beginning when they smash like the tree sign.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there, or he's sitting in his chair, and apparently like that was cut out of the movie. That's where they apparently they went back to him to ask him for like a saw or something like that to go chop the tree down. But they cut it because they wanted you to think that he dug it out of the ground like by hand.
Of course.
So that's, if you have that version of the DVD, that scene is there, and people are like, "Where is this scene? It's not in the movie at all." That's where it comes from.
Interesting.
Kind of funny. But yes, an absolute classic. Next one for me, over on Netflix. This came out a couple years ago, and I always like a good, like fantastical Christmas movie, kind of like like an origin story type of thing. And this movie's called A Boy Called Christmas. So if you like that stuff, like this, how things got started for like even for Santa Claus, if you want to, like it's kind of that when he was like a boy and how it became, he visits this world that nobody can see, and there's a villain in it, and it's the first time that how the reindeer came into play. Like great family friendly movie, A Boy Called Christmas. Go watch that one. Gotta watch it. It's good.
Well, I don't think I've seen it, and I'm gonna have to look that up. That sounds really good.
Really good.
I'm gonna hit the third one is my
Yep.
grand slam walk off, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, so good.
It's like
So
the
good.
most. It's the greatest, and it's deep. It's emotional. It's funny, and for them to just throw in that the other Marley brothers named Bob, awesome,
Perfect.
awesome.
Yep, it is a good one.
It's really good, and watching it like the more and more like time goes on, it's such a timeless classic that just doesn't get the praise it needs to.
You're right. I feel like, everybody knows it, but I just feel like it's kind of underrated.
Yep.
So that is a fantastic one. Last one for me. I said Christmas Vacation is like probably my favorite one, but this is moving up the list real quick, and it's challenging that. I don't know if you've seen 8-Bit Christmas before.
You told me about it last year, and
my God,
I'm all over it.
Yeah, like if you want, some people will say like, oh, it's like a Christmas Story knockoff. Maybe very thinly it is, just because it's about a kid who wants a gift. The gift in this one is an NES system. So he's telling the story to his daughter about how when the NES came out and he wanted it, and he tells her the whole story about it, which is just drop dead hilarious. So many good moments in this movie. And then the ending could not be any more different than A Christmas Story. Couldn't be any more different. And if you had or have a relationship with your father, it is an absolute must.
Yep.
Absolute must. This one does not get enough. Those movies that you see you get Home Alone all the time, you get Christmas Vacation all the time, you get the Santa Claus all the time. 8-Bit Christmas needs to be in that realm where it's on every single night. It is that good. It is easily one of my favorite Christmas movies now. I absolutely love it.
This is one that, again, the more time goes on, I think the more you'll see this one rise to prominence.
And there are some hockey references in it too.
It's true.
By the way, yes, there are. So, all right, let's throw out a couple songs quickly, and then we'll get to our subtext people because they got some thoughts as well. Well, we should talk about the Die Hard before we get to the songs, because I am of the mind of Die Hard is all, well, just Christmas movies in general are all about, what do you consider a Christmas movie? Is it just that it's in the time frame of Christmas, or does it need to be about Christmas? And wherever you fall on that is probably what you feel about Die Hard. I love the movie Die Hard. It's a phenomenal movie. It's not about Christmas. So therefore I don't categorize it. I don't watch it every year on Christmas time, because it is not a Christmas movie to me. I don't watch that movie and be like, that gets me in the spirit. Yes, terrorism and people falling off buildings is that nothing says Christmas more than that.
I do watch this every year because
Really?
it's set in Christmas time, and I also put Batman Returns and Nightmare Before Christmas also in that same rotation.
A lot of people want to throw the Batman in there, and yeah, I mean, I think that one is more than Die Hard.
And
I think it is.
and with like every other day a new Hallmark movie comes out,
Yeah,
where it's like this at Christmas, somebody falling in love. These little movies, even though they're outliers, they are good palate cleansers where you can like enjoy this and still like straddle the line of Christmas movie and not.
right.
And then you can get back into the rest of the Christmas movies. So I think these are essential to enjoying Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah.
You can still stay in that lane without going completely out.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard, yes, you can watch it at Christmas and be accepted, along with Batman and Nightmare Before Christmas.
And everybody recently, you're starting to see these people throw out like, well, if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then Spider-Man is a Thanksgiving movie because there's a scene when they're eating Thanksgiving dinner. It's like
that Spider-Man's a longer timeline in that movie.
I don't know. So I know that is a question that'll never be satisfied ever. And people fall on one side or the other. Your two hosts here fall on each side of it. So there you go. All right. Throw out some Christmas songs that people can listen to while they're driving in their car, going over to Auntie's house or whoever. And then we'll get to some subtext people too.
My top 3.
Yep.
And one song to get rid of forever.
Okay.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays by NSYNC.
Wow.
Great holiday song. Like you listen to it, you're like, oh, whatever, NSYNC. And then by the end, you're like jamming along, takes you back. Good song.
All right.
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen by
Which one?
Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, he has a version of that.
It is so powerful. It is so good. It is so good.
That's
like
hilarious.
He slows down to like a doom metal tempo of that song, and it's just beautiful. And
yeah,
we talked about it in our movies, but the theme for Christmas Vacation.
Oh, the beginning?
Yes.
Is that Mavis Staples? Is that Mavis Staples?
I think so.
I think it might be. I think it's Mavis Staples. Yeah.
It's when that starts, you're like, yeah, let's go.
Love it.
Let's go.
And even the song where he's trapped in the attic and he's watching the old videos. Is that a Ray Charles? I think it's a Ray Charles song. That one is awesome too.
It's
2 good ones in that one.
Great
picks, sir. Great picks. I'll give you 3. There's a song from that movie that Will Ferrell had with Ryan Reynolds, that musical called Spirited.
Oh yeah,
it was on Apple TV. There's a song in the beginning of that movie called Christmas Morning Feeling. Yo, my kids want to listen to that song all year long. It's a musical, so it's in that realm of like how musicals normally sound. But it is a uplifting song, let me tell you. Phenomenal song. Got to put the Pogues in here with Fairy Tale in New York. Have to put that, because that is just an epic Christmas song. Got to put that in there. And then my last one is The Darkness. I believe in a thing called Love, The Darkness. Those guys. They have 2 Christmas songs actually, but the one I throw out to you, they have a song called I Am Santa. And it's phenomenal. And the first time you hear it, you think it's like a love song. It's like from the point of view of Santa Claus, and he's like, the chorus is like, I'm hungry, I'm so hungry, like I'm hungry for you. So you're thinking like he's missing like Mrs. Claus or something like that. No, what he's missing is cookies. He's looking for cookies.
That's
so
awesome.
It's epic. And if you can sing, they use Ferrero Rocher. They sing the words Ferrero Rocher in that song. You're doing something pretty good. So yeah, throw out the song that you do like. Turn the channel. I don't. If we're listening to Christmas music, even if it's a song that I'm not crazy about, Christmas music songs are not very long. I'll leave it on. I'll stomach it. But there's one that I absolutely changed the channel to. What is yours? What is it?
Last Christmas.
Really? You don't like that one? The Wham one?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. It's not really a Christmas song. It's like
yeah, it is.
It's I got broken up with at Christmas.
And it's kind of a downer when you think about it.
Yeah, it's like no.
Yeah. No, well, but then it comes around like this year. What is it?
No.
To save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. So he's going to give it to somebody else now.
No, been there, done that. Wham!
Like, no.
Forget it. Just get over it.
Wow, I think you're in the minority there, sir. But okay, everybody has their likes and dislikes. For me, the absolute worst song for Christmas is the Adam Levine version of Happy Christmas. War is over.
Oh yeah.
It is cringeworthy, dude.
Yeah,
and I have to shut it off. And I don't like it. That is a disservice to John Lennon, and whoever was the producer when he was recording that. Shame on you for not stopping in the middle and being like, you know what, we can't do this. We can't do this. This is just too bad. This is horrible. His voice in that is just nails on a chalkboard, and I have to turn it off because I just want to drive into a ditch when I hear that song come out. It's terrible. And I don't care who knows it.
We could delete both songs and everything will be perfectly fine.
I like the other one, man.
No.
I like the other one. People from Subtext, what do they got to say? Cody said he put the gif of Marv getting electrocuted up, by the way,
perfect.
in Home Alone 2. Can't go wrong with Home Alone. I think the traps are better in the second movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll go with that. My least favorite Christmas is that Santa Baby song. It just sounds weird and creepy.
Yep. I'm glad you said that.
All right. Avs fan forever. He likes the Mele Kaliki Maka.
Oh yeah.
Song. He likes that one. And the Dominic the Donkey song are two of his favorites. I haven't heard that at all this year. Now that he says that, have not heard that song at all this year. Crazy.
My daughter actually wanted to hear it, so we pulled it up intentionally.
Christmas Vacation and Office Christmas Party. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Office Christmas Party is a great movie. And It's a Wonderful Life, which is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. Every Christmas Eve we watch A Christmas Carol, the original black and white one.
Ooh.
And It's a Wonderful Life. That's a good night, man. That's
a really good night.
Yeah. Lisa says, probably a lesser known movie I always see at Christmas that I love is Jack Frost. Talk about depressing. The Michael Keaton one where he passes away, comes back as the snowman. Let's see. Going old school, I love It's a Wonderful Life. I'll go with the classic Last Christmas. Got to be the original by Wham. She likes that one. Old school Brenda Lee, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. And sadly, I admit to being a cliche mom with a Starbucks in hand, jamming to Mariah's All I Want for Christmas while my soon-to-be teenage son rolls his eyes at me. And I would do the same.
Yeah, me and my daughter are on the lookout for that song. Anywhere Mariah Carey starts playing, we just make eye contact. And
it's not a bad song. It's just so overplayed. Like, good Lord. Brandon, when it comes to Christmas, I'm indifferent. The one song about Christmas I like is called The Season's Upon Us by Dropkick Murphys. That song is fantastic. And the video is awesome to it.
Yep.
That is a wonderful pick, Brandon. I do believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's someone getting a Christmas gift to attend a Christmas party on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
No. That didn't sell me, Brandon. Sorry. Kyle, I love A Christmas Story and Elf. I cannot stand The Little Drummer Boy, and The 12 Days of Christmas makes me want to jam a pencil in my ear. All right. Marie sent a link to, remember that? And I forgot about this movie called Fat Man. It came out a couple years ago. Mel Gibson's in it. And he's like, I think he's like a hitman. He's got to kill Santa Claus or something like that. It's a bizarre one. I haven't seen it. I forgot all about it. I'm glad she put that up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Haven't seen that one?
No, I'm gonna have to check out the trailer for that. That sounds crazy. Like it was thrown
came
into
out
a generator.
a couple years ago. So Adam says Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Harry Potter is not. Elf is overrated. Come on, Brad or Adam. Come on, man. White Christmas is underrated. I would flip those two. I hated White Christmas. I thought that was horrible. Peppermint Bark is amazing. Peppermint Mochas are chalky and awful. Trans-Siberian is awesome. And if I never hear Mariah Carey again, I'll be just fine.
I think I like Adam.
Adam is dug in. Adam knows his likes and dislikes when it comes to Christmas time.
And I'm a huge Harry Potter freak, like Slytherin all the way. And like, yes, I know it takes place a little bit around Christmas, but no, it's not Christmas movie.
I agree with you. Electrician Ziggy says he loves Die Hard. Jim Carrey's Grinch, which I do not like that one. And I also loves Elf. And he hates all songs, but Christmas Shoes tops the list. Way too sad of a song for a time of the year that is supposed to be merry. You could not be more right, Electrician Ziggy.
Oh my God, that song wrecks me. And it's even worse, like as a parent. Ugh.
Yeah, could not be more right. Kay says, where to go? Addition to the best Christmas songs, the comparable Fairy Tale in New York. And she had the Christmas movie that should get way more love, The Ref. It's so funny. My two favorite songs, 10 Toward Melancholy, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and I'll Be Home for Christmas. It's right about The Ref. Actually, I'll just finish with Vargar, because he loves that movie. Yeah. He loves The Ref. He says, everyone will say Elf, so I'll say The Ref with Dennis Leary. Family dynamic and generational trauma is perfect Christmas fare. I'll Have a Blue Christmas is the song I sing because I can do a fair Elvis impersonation, which we need to get that on the show.
Yep.
So, I told him that, and he actually said he would record it.
Let's go, Vargar.
So Vargar, you're going to be played loud and clear on Locked On Avalanche next one. I wish. Let's see. He's songs he likes. Amy. Oh, he's talking about. Oh, he could tape his daughter because his daughter sounds like Amy Winehouse. So I don't care who does it, man. No, I do care. I want Vargar to do it. I want Vargar to do some Elvis.
You know what? And here's some stocking stuffers for the rest of everybody. Open your gifts. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC.
There you go.
And the Curtis Blow Christmas rap. That's all you need.
Probably heard that, but I don't know by the name.
It's a treat. It's a treat.
So there you go, people. I went a little long today because we're going to be off for the next couple days, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. My man here is taking a little trip to visit some family. So you got an extra long episode to take up a couple days for you. And you got some Christmas movies and songs to listen to while you're at it. So
by the time you're listening to this, I'll be in a car for 12 hours with my children. So,
So it's almost an hour episode. So just listen to this episode 12 times and you'll be there. Done.
Easy.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in today and every day. It definitely means so much to Kyle and I. So enjoy the next couple of days off. If you are celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Stay safe. Enjoy it. Eat a lot. And whatever else you're going to do on Christmas.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Absolutely. There you go. Thank you for tuning in, making your first listen of the day. That is always appreciated. And we'll see you guys later on in the week. Maybe you might do a Saturday show after this Friday. And we're kind of like in flux right now. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good Christmas. And you're also 24 hours closer to Sidney Crosby being in an Avalanche sweater. Should have had him as a gift for the Avalanche.
No, we got Kiviranta.
Same.